Now, the two-day Northwest Preventing and Countering Violent Extremism Summit opened in Kaduna, with stakeholders suggesting various ways to provide lasting solutions to the problem. The summit themed articulating a regional approach and response to violent extremism in Northwest Nigeria drew participants from 7 states in the Northwest to discuss issues related to insecurity and provide lasting solutions to the menace. Our correspondent Amina Abdullahi has details.
Speaking, the Kaduna State Governor Senator Obasani, represented by the Commissioner of Internal Security and Home Affairs, Dr. Sule Shuaibu San, described the summit as timely and assured the state government's effort to work with the organizers for its success. He commended the organizers for selecting Kaduna State as the host state, adding that the state government will continue to prioritize security issues. In his welcome address, Mr. Jai Gaskia, Ambassador Mero Musa Abbas, stated that the summit aims to provide concrete measures to deal with violent extremism in the region.
One of the things that we want to ensure is to prioritize what roles subnational governments are expected to play and should be playing, in this particular, because one, we cannot address the challenges directly because the challenges are actually really challenges of governance.
This reason, the Northwest PF, I would say, is very apt and has been convened to capture all of this. The Northwest localization engagement seeks to bridge the gap between policy formulation and its implementation.
Various speakers highlighted some of the causes of the issue and suggested ways to tackle it. The participants commented on the importance of the summit and promised to implement the deliberations in their respective states. The state coordinator of Preventing and Countering Violent Extremism in Northwest Nigeria, Mr. Eric John, stated that the event was organized to identify modalities for eliminating the problem.
So we at Kaduna State, at our own level, this is what we are doing. We are supporting the effort because the state government have been trying. It's no more much news that you realize that we are seeing changes. But ours, we are calling on all stakeholders, both community leaders, traditional leaders, government leaders, and private institutions. Let's see how we can join hands together to ensure that we have a safer communities.
The summit was attended by traditional and religious leaders, government functionaries, security personnel, and other stakeholders from 7 Northwest states in Kaduna. Amina Abdullahi, reporting for KSMC News.
Thank you, Aminu. And now to discuss on this issue live in the studio, we have the National Steering Committee Chairman, Partnership Against Violent Extremism PAVE Network, Mr. Jai Gaskia. Mr. Jai, you're welcome to KSMC Studios this afternoon.
Thank you for having me.
Now, to begin with, what are the core issues discussed during the meeting?
Okay, so essentially what we were looking at during the meeting, we were looking at what are the main challenges arising from the context of violent extremism as it affects the Northwest. And then we were looking at what can we then do in response. So some of the key emerging issues that came up that we focused on were issues around border, the porous borders, international borders, but also borders between communities in terms of how attacks take place. And then we were looking at issues around education and empowerment of young persons. The lack of education, the fact that we have quite a number of young persons that are out of school and that are not receiving any education. We were also looking at issues around livelihoods and around insecurity, food security, and how insecurity has affected food security in our communities. We were looking at the question of then the impact on women and on young persons in general. And again, also grievances. How do we ensure that historical grievances can be resolved before they become issues that then affect the security of our communities. But more importantly, we are looking at the fact that these issues affect us, okay, but that it is impossible to address them singly. That it's necessary that the best way and the most effective way will be addressing them collectively. And we can see that from instances in the past where in some community, in some areas, in some states, it seems like governments have tried to, address these issues. You see things calming down over a period of time.
All right, now, Mr. Ajayi, when you talk about violent extremism, one of the key things that comes to mind is, of course, religion. Now, is violent extremism